Applications of Bernoulli's principle. The next application is Venturimeter. Okay, so it is a device used to measure the rate of flow of liquid through the pipe. It is an important application of Bernoulli's principle. It is also called as flow meter or Venturi tube. Let us consider the tube with the liquid flow with the velocity V1 in the area of cross section A1 with the pressure P1. So there is a small area of cross section A2. In that portion, the same liquid with moving the velocity V2 with the pressure P2. So there will be a small bending is there. So what is this is a different liquid with the density rho m. So the density of this liquid is rho. The density of this liquid is rho m. Okay, there will be a height difference, pressure difference. Due to the pressure difference, there will be a height difference from this end to this end. So that is a H. So according to equation of continuity, A1 V1 is equal to A2 V2. So A1 by A2 is equal to V2 by V1. A1 and A2 are area of cross section of first position and this one, and V1 and V2 are velocity at this position and this smaller area position. So by applying the Bernoulli's principle, pressure at this first position, pressure P1 plus half rho V1 squared plus rho GH. So for both the things, that will be a horizontal one, height is same. So we will neglect this rho GH. P2 plus rho half rho V2 squared. Then if you bring the pressure this side and half rho V1 squared this side, after that what we are doing that we are taking the V1 squared commonly outside. We are taking the V1 squared commonly outside means divided by V1 squared it will come, then divided by V1 squared if you put means, then what will happen? This will be equal to 1. So multiply and divided by V1 squared. So what will happen? This V1 squared as it is, then this one is a V2 squared by V1 squared minus 1. Then half rho V1 squared which is equal to, as it is we have studied that equation of continuity A1 by A2 is equal to V2 by V1. Here the V2 squared by V1 is equal to A1 squared by A2 squared minus 1. So P1 minus P2 is equal to half rho V1 squared, then taking the LCM. So this is the equation of flow for liquid in the anything. So by using this equation we can calculate the velocity. How sir? Already we know that the pressure which is equal to due to the gravity is H is equal to, pressure P is equal to H rho G. So here the pressure difference is P1 minus P2. So P1 minus P2 is equal to H rho G. That rho is this liquid. This is called as a manometer. So this is called as manometer. So manometer liquid density into G. So comparing these two equations, this term must be equal to this term. So by equating these two things, we get the velocity V1 is equal to root of these terms. So this is the velocity of the liquid flow into this one. So that is, we can say that it is a device used to measure the rate of flow of liquid through the pipe. Also we can measure the volume of the liquid flow just to multiply with the area. That's all. Okay, so even we can calculate the V2 just we divided by what is that? V2 squared, and here the V2 squared means again we will get 1 minus V1 squared by V2 squared. The same thing will be altered. Again we can get V2 also. So whatever the liquid flow in this small area or the bigger area, we can calculate by using the Bernoulli's principle. This apparatus name is Venturimeter. Dear students, next one is dynamic lift. So in the dynamic lift, when the body is rotating, so it is a spinning and moving forward direction, what will happen? Air will blow upper side and lower side. So in this direction, when it is flow like this means, if it is in the curved path means it is spinning in the same position. So it is at rest. Then what is spinning and forward motion, what will happen? It will give the turning motion. Here what will happen? Here the air flow will be a low velocity it will go, so the pressure will be higher. Then here the air flow will be a high velocity, then the pressure will be low. So this is the condition for dynamic lift. Okay. The same application we can use it for the blowing off of the roofs during the windstorm. When the windstorm is higher, the velocity is very higher in the upper roof surface. So wind velocity is higher, so the low pressure will form. Here there is no wind velocity, then there is a high pressure will form. So the air always move from high pressure to low pressure. Then the air will push the roof upwards. Hence the roof will be blown off. So these are all the applications of Bernoulli's principle.